Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to our Short Shifts. It's a Wednesday, the best day of the week. Some people call it hump day. In case you didn't know, Skate Tech skate sharpening equipment repair brings you NHL quality service at an affordable retail price. With over 23 years of sharpening and equipment customizing experience, Skate Tech serves as your personal equipment manager, providing the highest quality skate sharpening, blade profiling, team unis, and equipment alterations available on the market today. Let Skate Tech take your on-ice performance to the next level with the edge the pros trust. All of my guys use Skate Tech. Check them out at skatetechsharpening.com.
All right, Vex, you're on this magic carpet ride with me. Should you choose to accept this short shifts on this hump day Wednesday, as you so eloquently put it. Apologize. I am in a hotel lobby as we are recording this right now. So if there's a little background noise, I apologize. But Vex, do you accept the challenge of this short shifts?
I don't not.
You don't not. Carry
Double
the two.
negative.
That sounds like yes. Let's go. Okay. So this comes from our podcast producer, Laura, who is the best, however, does not want to be on front of the camera right now.
That's
or
okay.
on front of the speaker, if that makes any sense. In the speakers, it's in the computer. Anyways, great timing for this one. Awesome idea, Laura, but it's the dog days of the hockey season right now. And it's a time where things can be a little bit monotonous. It's a time when things can seem like it's Groundhog Day. And so what can you do as a coach to really lighten everything up and make it exciting and kind of change some things around to get your kids a little bit more engaged? Go.
Have some fun at practice. Weird, I know. Something that I always liked, always gets the guys going. A coach reached out to me 2 weeks ago saying that his team was kind of dragging ass a little bit, wanted to get him going for practice. And I said, hey, this always worked for me on teams. Pick two captains, walk in the locker room, pick two captains quickly, and then say, okay, you two are going to pick teams. We're going to start the first 8 minutes of practice tonight with a scrimmage. Winners get blank, or losers have to do blank at the end, either a mountain or untie the winner's skates, or like whatever it is, right? And they're going to be bought into the draft. They're going to be up on the board in the locker room, writing down who's on what team. And, oh, this is exciting because of the change. And you surprise them with this. You don't tell them you're doing it beforehand. And when you do this and you walk in the locker room and you tell us this is going to happen, they're going to have so much freaking fun and they're going to want to win. And that will, in the dog days when everybody's tired, you show up and you start practice with that. The energy in the locker room right before practice, I would wait to do this until you're about to go out on the ice. So they're already in their gear. They think it's going to be a normal practice. Bang, you start with this. Instant fun, instant locked in the rest of practice.
Very cool. Anytime you can create competition, man, that's unreal. One of the things that I had was, and I've done this at a few different junctures. We actually did it. I think we did this in Michigan too when I was there. Is 7 small area games. It's a best of 7 series. So you do a day of all 7. The only thing you do is you play small area games. You split your team up into 2, like you're talking about, and you go however long your practice goes. Let's say it's a 60-minute practice, 7-8 minutes per game, so you can move the nets and the pucks and all that kind of stuff. And first team to 4 wins. And as a coach, sometimes, you want to make it close. You want it, like your goal as a coach is to make sure there's a game 7, because that's a lot of fun. And so maybe you're, putting pucks in different places to start. So another team might have an advantage, or maybe you might call a penalty or something that, and then that just makes everybody go nuts. And it's always so fun when you don't make it fair. Yeah, man, that's one of the things that I've done. That's been a lot of fun. Best of 7 series, 7 small area games, especially if you're playing on a half ice sheet, which most youth hockey teams are. That's a fun one.
Yeah, dude, I love that. And that's an entire practice. I mean, you could even, depending on the age and the level, you could also extend this out. All right, for this week, I'm going to choose one competition drill every day, and whoever wins it gets a tick. And at the end of the week, the winners get blank or the losers have to do blank, like things like that, you know, and then you're extending it out throughout the whole week and making those battles even more intensified, and everybody's gonna be more bought in to wanting to win and things like that. I love it, man.
Yeah. Another thing that I've done too is, and I think I've said this before on the podcast, and actually, for all the teams or the organizations that we work with, they have access. So we do a Tuesday afternoon coaching call. So all the coaches with all the organizations that we work with can hop on this call and talk some hockey. We take a subject, and the subject was similar to this on our coaches call last week, and it's awesome because we got coaches on there from Alaska and Calgary and, you know, Baltimore and Boston and Chicago and Ohio and like all these different places. Fargo, like I'm actually in Fargo, North Dakota right now, working with the Fargo Freeze, awesome youth hockey organization, by the way. But anyways, one of the things I talked to them about was one practice when I was coaching 16U here in Chicago. I went in half an hour before the practice and I got the whiteboard and I said, here you go, guys. You guys are going to design practice today. It's your practice.
Love it.
Yep. And so I was like, I'll blow the whistle. I'll, you know, make sure the pucks are in the right places. I'll make sure the pace is good, all that kind of stuff, the flow. But you guys drop the drills and tell me what you want me to do. And then we'll go from there. And they loved it, man. They absolutely loved it. And like, we had one of the most engaging practices as far as like camaraderie and effort and just spirit, you know, all that kind of stuff. And honestly, the funny part was like they drew up drills and made the practice probably 90% like I would have anyway. And so we got a lot out of it and it was a lot of fun. So that's another way to kind of shake things up, is to, like, I would encourage coaches, especially at this time of year, like, you know, maybe you're on a losing streak, or maybe you kind of see that your players are tired, whatever. And you can do it at all ages. Like, hey, all right, you guys got the practice plan today. Let's go.
Absolutely love it, man. Absolutely love it. I had a coach do that once, and it was the same outcome. We were so dialed, like it was so much fun, you know, putting it into the boys' hands. That's a really cool. Another idea: bring in a special guest coach. You know, somebody that either they know and they're like excited because they don't get to be around them a lot, so it's like it's a special thing, or it could be, you know, a player that played in that organization and went on to the higher levels, whatever that may be, and they're coming back. So it's like, hey, I played where you were. So, you know, like I am you a few years ago, and look where I got to, or look where I am now, or things like that. And it's, again, like just bringing in some novelty, you know, like bringing in some type of novelty that's going to break up the monotony of the long season, get them excited, get them engaged, getting them competing, getting them battling. It's going to change up the week. It's going to change up the flow, everything, and it'll be great for him.
Another thing you could do too, and I was talking to Noelle Needham about this a few years ago. She runs the Sioux Falls Power. It's a hockey academy out in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and she actually partnered up with a football program, American football, not soccer. And there were a couple times at this time of the year where they basically just sold their ice on a Monday, and the team went and played football.
Love
just
that.
got out of it. They were still competing. They were still getting a workout in, but there was no mental tax to it. You know, it was, hey, let's just go play some football. And, you know, if you have a rink, maybe you partner up with, you know, a turf soccer arena, you know, and go play, have a soccer practice, or play 5-on-5 soccer, whatever it might be. Maybe your rink is attached to a YMCA or a community center, and you go play basketball, rent out the basketball arena for an hour. Just play another sport. Again, you're getting a good workout in, you're competing, all that fun stuff. But the mental tax of, you know, getting better in practice is not there, which, let's face it, everybody at this time of the year is mentally taxed at certain degrees. So yeah, go play another sport, man. Like, sell your ice, get your money back, and use that money to go and rent out a football field or a soccer thing or whatever. Yeah.
Dude, I love that. I love that one too. I absolutely love that one, because you're still getting a great workout in. You're working, you know, similar systems in the body. You're having to think outside the box for your gameplay, because it's a different sport. And like you said, yeah, you're doing something different. You're getting out of the monotony of the daily grind of the, you know, 2, 3, 4 practices a week, every single week, all season long. You're in month 6 now, or whatever it is, 5. I definitely love that bringing in bringing in the other sport. That's awesome.
Thought you'd like that, Jeffrey.
Yeah, that's my jam right there. Big fan of that.
But honestly, at this time of the year, other things you can do, like go do yoga. Like maybe there's a parent on the team that's a yoga instructor. Maybe everybody chips in $5 and grabs a yoga teacher for an hour. Something where you're getting a little bit of a sweat. You're doing something as a team, or even just do something team building. Go play miniature golf. Go do a darts tournament. Go bowling. Just do something as a team, away from the monotony of what practices can be throughout a year. And build that camaraderie up. That stuff goes a long way. Long way.
Absolutely. Love this one. This is a great one.
Yep. Good job, Laura.
Good job, Lars.
Great job.
Be bros. Share the shows.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.